Chapter 7 of Deadwood Dick, Jr., Branded. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Deadwood Dick, Jr., Branded by Edward L. Wheeler. Chapter 7 The Secret Shot. Deadwood Dick smiled, too, in a grim fashion. While fate might be against him, yet it was his intention to shoot Captain Joaquin so dead that he would never kick again. It was a trying moment for both men. With Dick it was like bantering Providence, while with the Red Rover it was a last desperate chance, like 1 in 1,000. With both it was a moment to test their nerves. That neither was a coward needs no attesting. Captain Joaquin measured off 20 paces, walking with his back to Dick and trusting him fully. Perhaps he felt that he could trust to the honor of a man who would thus give him a chance for his life after having caught him and made him a prisoner. Not only was Dick doing that, but he was running the risk of his own life by so doing. He was making it an even toss between right and wrong, between law and outlaw, between justice and iniquity. Captain Joaquin stopped and faced around. "Are you ready?" he coolly asked. "One moment," said Dick. "What is it?" "I do not want to take any advantage of you. Nor do I mean to allow you to take any advantage of me, if I can help it." "That is right." "We must have a signal to fire by, and it must be one that neither of us can mistake." "I agree with you there. What shall it be?" "If we had some one here to count 3 for us, that would do, but seeing that we have not, we cannot do it for ourselves." "Why not?" "The one who counted would have just the shade of an advantage over the other." "He should not take it." "If he hesitated, the other fellow would have it." "I don't understand." "If I count, I can say 3 and shoot at the same moment, while it would take a fraction of a second for you to hear and shoot." "There's something in that, I guess." "Now, what I propose is this. We will count up to 10 in unison, keeping perfect time, hands straight down at the sides, and at the word 10 we will fire." "I can't find any fault with that." "It is as fair as we can make it. Are your weapons in order?" "Yes. And yours?" "The same. Place yourself in position." The outlaw had laid his Winchester on the ground, and with a revolver in each hand he stood erect, hands at his sides. Deadwood Dick was already in that position, for the agreement had so far progressed that it seemed useless for him to hold the Red Rover under cover when the end was so near. "Now," said Dick, "count with me, and by the time we reach 6 or 7, it will sound as one voice. Remember, neither is to lift an arm until 10 is heard. Then you may shoot just as quick as you can. Are you all ready to begin? I don't want to hurry you." "I am all ready. Let her go." "All right. Begin. 1, 2, 3, 4." They started, and by the time 4 was spoken, they were in time and unison, and it sounded, as Dick had said, as one voice. 5, 6, 7. Crack! The report of a rifle rang out upon the still air. Deadwood Dick gave a start, partly raised his right hand, and fell forward on his face. Captain Joaquin looked around in greatest surprise, and hesitated only a moment before he sprang to the cover of a huge boulder that lay near at hand. Evidently he did not want a dose of the same medicine. A laugh rang out, the laugh of a woman, and a young woman made her appearance from the point where the rifle had been fired. She was fair looking, clad in a bright jacket, short skirt, and a sombrero, her feet encased in stout shoes and leggings. She had a rifle in her hands. At sight of her, Captain Joaquin leaped from cover. "Susannah!" "As you see, my love." "But what have you done? Why did you do this?" "Why did I do it? Why, but to save the life of him I love." "But it was a fair fight. I had no right to any advantage. He was giving me a chance for my life." "And your Susannah gave you a better chance. Ha, ha, ha! But who was he? Some hateful sheriff, I suppose, who would not let you mind your own business your own way." "No, it was Deadwood Dick, Jr." "Heavens!" The young woman started and paled. "Did you not suspect that it was he, Susannah?" "Not for a moment. Had I would have missed him with nervousness, sure." "Well, the deed is done, and we will not cry over it now. A kiss, my pet, and then I will show you treasure that will make your eyes sparkle." The young woman dropped the rifle and threw herself into the man's embrace, and their lips met. He caressed her for a moment, then let her go, and she recovered her weapon. "So you would not take the chances, eh?" said Captain Joaquin. "How could I, seeing how cool and determined he looked, and imagining you falling forward with a bullet in your heart? Heavens, no!" "And yet it was a square deal, the squarest I ever got in my life, Susannah. If he had killed me, it would have been a fair game, and I could not have made a kick when I found myself suddenly transported." The young woman laughed. "You are not dying yet, though, if I can prevent," she said. "Come, we must see about that treasure." "We must first see if you killed your man." "Killed him? He is so dead he will never move again in this world, Joaquin." "And he can well be spared, for he has been a terror to gentlemen of my calling all his life. Your name will be exalted, my pet. There will be a big price on your head." "And my Joaquin will defend me." "To the last drop of blood. You are right." They were walking to where Deadwood Dick lay while talking thus. As they came near they heard a slight groan, and the young woman gave a start and turned pale. "Your shot was not so fatal after all," said the Red Rover. "He must be dying," said the young woman. "I aimed carefully at his head." "And succeeded finely in stunning him. See there, you made a neat little crease just over the temple. You will have to finish the job." "Heavens, no!" "Why not?" "I could not do it now, since you are out of danger. Besides, he is down and cannot help himself." Captain Joaquin drew a pistol and cocked it. "No, no!" cried the woman, catching his arm. "You must not! You must not!" "It must be his life or mine," said the Red Rover grimly. "Better now, while he is unconscious. Out of the way a moment, Susannah." "No, no! You must not! You shall not! Did you not tell me that it was a fair fight? That he was giving you the fairest show you ever had in your life? For shame!" Captain Joaquin flushed and thrust his revolver back into its holster spitefully. He recalled the chance that Deadwood Dick had given him for his life, and was for the moment abashed under the scornful gaze of this woman who loved him. The next moment Deadwood Dick opened his eyes. End of chapter 7. Recording by Arnold Banner, Mount Vernon, Maine.